After the defeat of the Ironborn in the Greyjoy Rebellion, Lord Balon bent the knee to King Robert Baratheon. Years of peace followed, though the Ironborn remained as ever staunch and fearless, waiting for the chance to strike out and restore their ancient glory. After the death of King Robert Baratheon and the execution of his hand, Ned Stark, the continent erupted in civil war. In the south, House Lannister battled House Stark, while Stannis Baratheon faced down his brother Renly, each claiming the Iron Throne for themselves. And so Lord Balon Greyjoy saw his opportunity. With Westeros in chaos and the major powers distracted, the Ironborn could invade the north, now emptied of armies and unprotected. As he prepared his fleets and armies, fortune brought his only surviving son, Theon Greyjoy, back to the islands. He came on behalf of Robb Stark, offering terms for an alliance with the North. Balon revealed his plans to Theon and pressured him into betraying the Starks and returning to the Ironborn. But Balon was not pleased by Theon's northern dress and mannerisms, and so honored his daughter Asha above Theon, much to his son's dismay. The Ironborn set sail for the mainland and invaded the northern realm. Balon's brother Victarion took the main force of the Iron Fleet and captured Moat Cailin in the neck, to prevent Robb Stark from marching his armies north. Meanwhile, Asha Greyjoy led 30 ships to Deepwood Motte, and Theon was sent with 8 longships to the Stony Shore to ravage the coast and sink any ships they encountered. The Ironborn were successful in their invasion, but things start to go awry when Theon disobeys his father's commands and orders an assault against Torrhen's Square. This was meant as a distraction to lure Winterfell forces away, so Theon could lead a small force to the ancient fortress and take it without a fight. Though the plan succeeded, Theon saw no reinforcements. The forces he sent to Torrhen's Square were defeated and sent back to the Stony Shore, while his sister Asha provided only 10 men as a garrison. And so when Ramsay Snow led a Bolton army against Winterfell, Theon was captured and his prize lost. Back on the island of Pike, Balon, the now declared king of the Iron Islands and the North, died suddenly in an apparent accident, falling to his death while crossing a bridge during a storm. Yet in truth, many suspect he was killed, perhaps by a faceless assassin or a blood magic curse. In any case, his brother Euron, long exiled abroad at the orders of Balon, returned to the islands one day after the king's death, leading many to suspect him of the murder. Euron Greyjoy, the drowned priest, called a Kingsmoot, and many declared themselves would-be kings, including Asha and Victarion Greyjoy. But it was Euron who was chosen king. He convinced the nobles to vote for him by promising a full-scale invasion of Westeros, so that the Ironborn might rule over all the 7 kingdoms. To accomplish this, he claims he can bring dragons to Westeros. And so after his election, he sent Victarion with the Iron Fleet to Slaver's Bay, where he would present the Dragonhorn, a magical artifact found by Euron during his exile in Essos. Euron believed this would convince the Mother of Dragons to ally with the Ironborn. During these events, many of their gains held in the north are lost to the Boltons, but Euron proudly named himself King of the Iron Islands and the North, and led the Ironborn in raiding the Reach, winning many victories but struggling to keep lands. Victarion Greyjoy, Lord Captain of the Iron Fleet, was last seen sailing his ships into Meereen as the city is besieged by a Yunkai alliance attempting to remove Daenerys Targaryen from power.